It's like
The
soap.
pump.
There's a whole lot
Pump
in
on.
it, and you're
Hold
a
on.
dude.
Pump on the pool is like, because it's a different feel. It's got like that. It's pushing water.
It's like a pulsation.
Yeah, it's that's an underrated thing. I forgot about that, but I too enjoyed the pleasures of pump on the pool.
See, I want to put out a book of all the hilarious stories of like what I masturbated with as a kid, because the reality is all of us have done weird things.
Oh yes,
but no one wants to talk about it because it's like, you can't say your girlfriend was a vacuum cleaner, and I'm like, you didn't meet mine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that's the only reason. And if people actually just like, you know, like, I mean, it got to the point that my parents locked up the vacuum cleaner.
It was that severe, huh?
Well, no, but it was loud, and my room was right next to the family room.
Your family,
he sweeps so much.
Yeah, Tony stepped on my joke. You're like, family's like, well, his carpets are so clean lately.
Yeah, why is he? And I would just like, I would like, you know, fall asleep, and I would hear this like 80s romance song playing, and I would stare at the brown vacuum cleaner and just fall asleep. You know, I mean, like people, like I think that's hilarious that we're such weird creatures that, like, when we're boys and we discover the fact that we have a penis and it gets hard,
dolphins
we
masturbate?
put it wherever we can.
You know, dolphins masturbate.
Do they?
Do they?
Yeah.
I got to tell you,
How does that work? How does a dolphin masturbate?
I would imagine it uses its flippers. I mean, I don't know.
No, but
terrible.
It's
terrible.
I remember.
I mean,
there's so many good stories
there is,
about
like,
masturbation.
What are those things called? I want somebody to tell me those things from the Spencer stores. You called it a water weenie? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, water weenie.
That was like prototype fleshlight right there. I mean, that really is.
Well, you know, the guy that had the idea for the fleshlight had that thing.
Oh, is that true then? That's the thing. Okay.
He was like,
I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying it. I mean, that's a perfect, like, you're looking at that and you're like,
yeah,
maybe a power went out and he had a flashlight and the thing.
I wasn't really on. Yeah, he was in a power outage. I really wasn't that smart though as a kid when I tried it, because I took it into the shower with me, and when that thing got wet on the outside, just...
Dude, did I ever tell you about Did I ever tell you the soap story from Spokane, Washington? Did I ever tell that on the show?
Oh yeah,
we
have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can tell it again for the new people.
Yeah, you can. We got 2 minutes till we go official.
So
I think our masturbation conversation might end up going into the show today.
It possibly.
Maybe it's fresh shit. Maybe we got new products to review. Who knows?
I'm like, hey guys, let me tell you about this new 730RXX. What you do? Did you know there's a whole website of people that rate sex toys?
What, for a living?
Oh,
like,
you know what I was wondering? Speaking of,
Yes.
you know what I was wondering is, like, when you're looking at the porn website, like RedTube or something, and it has like the Facebook share and rate. Like, do people like do that? Do they like share like, oh, I just found this awesome porn video?
Did you see the April Fool's prank that Pornhub pulled?
No.
They were like, don't worry, you don't have to check the option. We're automatically sharing all your liked videos to your Facebook feed.
That's amazing.
And people freaked out.
Oh my God, that's stupid.
So yeah, so
Fuck April Fools.
I was actually looking, right, like browsing the interweb, right, trying to find this thing that I wanted to buy, and I found a site of this dude. No, but no, 189. Come on, are you kidding?
Look at that.
But I found the site where
Battery
people
powered.
rate it. But Brandon, the hilarity of it is like the guy was showing it from the waist up. He's talking, okay, it has a nice tube, and he puts his finger, oh, it feels, soft. Oh, and he's given all this description, and he's like, now for the test. And it just shows him from the waist up, and he's going, okay, it doesn't really feel like a genuine vagina.
Well, no shit.
But there's some rivets in there,
Oh,
and they
God,
feel nice.
rivets?
And I was just like sitting there like, this is what you do? Like, what do you do? I fuck toys for a living.
Do you know what's fascinating about this pre-show conversation as my finger hovers over the intro is that I named this episode "If You Want to Get Anything Done," and this is what our pre-show.
We're getting it done.
We are getting it done. So let's start the show.
What's happening?
And hello, officially.
We are back together. We've had a couple of weeks of not being together. Yeah.
Yes. And we just got into a great conversation, and I'm sure some of that'll I was trying not to make a pun, but it'll like leak
Spill
over
over.
into
Yeah.
spill over
That's
into
good.
this.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I missed you, Tony.
I missed you.
I missed
you.
everybody in here but Richie.
Aw,
I'm just kidding, Richie. I love you, man.
I do miss Richie. I got to call Richie. I got to call you. We got to catch up.
Tony,
Anyway.
Tony, look at this. We have a comment from Twitch. Somebody from the Twitch side of our stream.
Wow,
Actually,
I didn't even know that we had a Twitch. I don't think.
yeah, you started it. You.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any followers?
I don't know.
Where did it come
I've never
from?
checked in on it, but Ghost Hand 246 commenting on the little tab I shared earlier. I just wanted to shout this person out because I think they're the first person from the Twitch side.
It's also
of
a
the
very
stream.
good comment because it's like he's right because I can see like in a board meeting like those abs aren't cutting it. Like we need Zac Efron in here.
Yeah.
Or,
And when I go to buy something, I'm definitely going like, I need some good abs if I'm going to try to put something on my penis.
yes, and that's what we were talking about prior to the start of the show. Anyway, let's do a shot and get back into this. What do you think?
What are you drinking, my friend?
Well, we have another lovely spirits distiller that has sent us something, which you made fun of earlier. It's called Western Sun Prickly Pear Vodka. It's very manly.
Oh, yes. I'm doing some Four Roses because it's a fresh bottle.
Cheers, my man.
Shot number one.
Oh, Jeremy's frozen again. Never gets old.
What if one of these
Oh, this
times
is good.
What if one of these times I'm actually frozen? You're not going to know because I'm like the boy who cried wolf.
This is good. It's a little sweet, but I think it would go with it'd be good in a margarita or something.
Maybe get some flowers and put it around there.
Yeah, edible flowers, maybe some edible gold.
Yeah.
Um,
I do like pear, by the way.
do you
Pear is my favorite fruit.
But do you like prickly pear? It's a little different.
I don't know the difference, to tell you the truth.
Well, one's prickly and one's not. That's the first thing.
Yeah, but you only eat the inside of it.
Oh, now we're way in the gutter now. Now it's over.
Welcome to Four Shot.
No, prickly pear is like way sweeter and like I think I don't know if it's pink inside, but there's like prickly pear soda. It only grows in
Everything's pink on the inside.
Oh God, and wet.
Oh, what's up, Bakersfield? Oh, guys, I needed some good laughs, and this is starting off to be A very nice. Of course, first shot. It was downhill before we took the first shot. Let's get that on, the record. But what are you smoking?
I'm smoking something new that I want to maybe add to the La Barba portfolio, if we can do it. It's pretty good. It's a Habano wrapper that might be a Ricochet one day.
Ooh, I am not smoking that cigar.
Correct.
And oddly enough, I should have probably lit a Caldwell tonight based on like the conversation, but I lit a Padron Exclusivo tonight because I was in a Padron mood.
Yeah, remember we were talking about like aging cigars and stuff like that. I think a lot of people put Padron away, amongst others, but like I don't know, they're meant to be smoked. I think they're really good when you just smoke them, and when you're in the mood to smoke one, they're fucking amazing. But
well, and that's exactly what it is. Like I was like, went to my humidor and I was like, hot diggity damn, man, a Padron Natural Exclusivo sounds so good right now. And so like when you want that, because it's like a one note cigar, it's not like extremely complex. It's just a damn good flavor through and through. And that's what I wanted. So that's what I got. But you want to do the housekeeping?
Yeah, let's do the housekeeping. Go for it.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that idea. If you're smoking a cigar, post what you're having in the chat. Yeah, please do. And then we won't acknowledge it.
Correct. Unless it's something we make, and then we'll talk about other news.
Yeah. Otherwise, we don't care. We don't care. Well, okay. Well, you threw me on the spot, and I
threw me on the spot. You got it this time. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it all up today.
Okay. Well, welcome to Four Shots, our friends. We were absent last week. We're kind of in a renovation stage, and we're figuring some things out. So thanks for bearing with us and those that showed up. And hey, we have a Patreon, and you guys should definitely check that out. We're giving some super, super cool shit away on a monthly basis. So we have different tiers. Just go to Patreon. Hey, Brandon, will you throw up the link or the thing so they can see? But I recommend going there if you want. We're giving some very cool. You get some behind the scenes footage, and like super, super cool stuff attached to that. Also, please share this with your friends. Like right now, hit the, hey, share it to my friends if you're on Facebook or wherever you're at, so that we can continue to get more exposure and become rich and famous off this. And it would mean a lot to us.
Correct.
So like it, share it, follow us, tell us to fuck off. I mean, all of it. Yeah. And, I don't know. That's kind of the housekeeping.
We also got our first sponsor, which is Savage and Cook. We've been drinking the whiskey on the show prior. It's a Dave Finney project. If you guys share the post, you get an entry into winning a bottle of this. This one specific is the Burning Chair, and I'm not sure what wine barrel it's aged in, but this stuff is.
And really I've tasty. Got the lip service.
We're giving one of those away. And then on Patreon, we're eventually going to do a barrel of whiskey from them, which is going to be really cool. It'll have our whatever branding we decide as a Patreon group on that, etc. Additionally, on Patreon, I think I'm getting ready to send out all the packages for this month. I was waiting on a couple of swag items. But it's looking like this month is going to be some cool Foundation stuff from our friends at Foundation. So look forward to that. Coffee, I got new mugs. I was going to bring one in here to show you guys, but you'll get a mug. You'll get like $150 worth of shit. So,
at that tier.
At that tier, yeah. So check us out on that. I mean, it's a really good deal, and you get some cool stuff from our friends.
Yes, and I just had. You know what we should call? We should actually have our Lido or what's the highest level?
Silent Ivy Social.
The Silent Ivy Social. We should have them participate in brand naming and branding of the barrel that we do. But if you want to take a good, I think we should call it and have a picture of a Hoover vacuum cleaner and just call it Suck.
I'm in. Yeah, see? Vacuum service.
Right, vacuum service. So just something, but I think we should have a powwow with them and
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's take another shot.
Yeah, let's do that. My prickly pear. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this all night. It's kind of like it's good, but
it's hard to do stuff that's sweet.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Shot number 2.
I didn't freeze this time.
Work on a newspaper is people working as a team. At the copy desk, the editor selects the news and photos for an issue and plans the estimated space on a miniature newspaper page, sometimes called a dummy.
Bring it.
Real quick.
Oh,
Brandon, I have one more thing.
Okay.
I just thought about it.
Okay.
We have a Lost and Found 4 shots coming out.
Oh shit, that's
Just
fucking
letting you
crazy.
guys know. So that's this right here. With the red
Wait,
tape on
let
it.
me zoom you in here. Oh,
So this will be available to our patrons and only available to our patrons.
Patreon exclusive.
Yes. That's what it looks like.
Ooh,
There
sexy.
she is. So maybe I don't focus on that.
It tastes like
Mystery
sex.
meat. It tastes like sex.
Oh, you can't use the word mystery meat.
Why is that?
Oh yeah, copyrights.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a thing.
We have a friend who does the same thing we do, and he has something called the mystery meat. So
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
and he gets sensitive.
well, we know how sensitive things can be in this industry. We don't want to step on anybody's toes on purpose, maybe on accident.
Maybe we do.
Well,
maybe we're just like fuck it.
Maybe we don't give a fuck. But hey, Tony, how if people get in in the middle of the month, or should they jump in on the Patreon as soon as possible to get access to that?
Jump in as soon as possible. I'm literally just waiting on the stickers. So I'm just waiting for them to come in. I have all of them at the shop already.
Awesome.
And Silent Ivy will be getting a bundle of each.
Man,
that's
the
dope.
Founders Club. Where are my founders at in the chat? Because that sounds crazy.
And we need to open up 2 spots if everybody's okay with it.
I love that. Tastes like our parents are still disappointed.
And we like
We
it.
like it.
Speaking of parental disappointment, that's not a good segue, but I'm going to go into the first. I thought I had something. Well, I just deleted. I was making final decisions on worst of the week, and I had one about a boy being born with 3 penises, and that would have been a good segue into parental disappointment. But instead, I decided to go with this story. I don't know
Dude,
if you
I'd
guys
be
saw
proud
it.
of my kid if he had 3 penises.
Well, they had to amputate 2 of them, so that sounded like a worst of the week to me. It was really the amputations that kind of pushed me over the edge.
Do you think they left the biggest one?
They decided they were like
B.
Did the dad pick is the next question. Was he like
Right.
Well, you know how
that
the
one.
last time we did worst of the week, we were like, let's steer clear of child abuse, and I'm like, this isn't abuse, but it's also involving children. So I decided to let's stay away from the kids for this week. But
What if he kept the micro penis? One of them was just a little nubbin, and they decided to keep that one, and so it's just like a little baby protrusion, boop,
oh
and
my
with a
God.
little pee hole. And he's like, you know what? I want this kid. It's like a boy named Sue, right? You give a girl's name to a boy so he becomes tougher. Give him a micro penis.
Micro penis.
You sound like a doctor.
A micro.
penis, yeah.
It's a micro penis.
I'm gonna see. Is this how you would spell that? Penis.
Yes. I think we just coined a new
Is that
phrase.
is that like a genius? You're like a penis?
You're such a penis.
That's a person who only thinks with their dick, but they somehow always succeed. I think that's how
Well,
that
they
works.
only think with it, but since it's a micro, the thought is a short thought.
Oh, I don't like that, Tommy. Tommy in the chat, Dr. Penis Popper, not good. I vote that down. This isn't Reddit, but I vote that down. Let's talk about the first story. When we do Worst of the Week, for those of you who have first time listening, I read a few stories from the news in the past week, and Jeremy and Tony try to decide which is the worst of the week. If they disagree, we kind of loosely throw it to the chat and see what people are saying is the worst, and the loser has to take an extra shot. So
Wait.
but
I'm like, that hasn't happened every week, and I'm undefeated.
Right, but you always take a shot with me, so it doesn't
you
really
always
matter.
think the rules are very undefined. It's very unclear, but we try real hard.
You know what? Those are some penis rules. I think we should use this word in as many different ways to give it different meanings, because it made sense when I said it.
It did. I like, where hashtag. Let's start a hashtag here. Where is my penis? Hashtag, get that started. I'm gonna get that trending all over the internet tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go
viral.
The first story. This story, it angered me. Okay, so this dispatcher, a former Louisiana sheriff's dispatcher, was busted. She was arrested because she refused to return $1.2 million that was accidentally deposited into her account. Now, before it could be rectified, Kellen Spadoni, age 33, transferred the money to a different account, bought a house, bought a car, bought a bunch of different stuff, and then when
she obviously bought some weed.
Yeah. When she I like that. Listen, she got 1.2 million dollars, and she decided to buy a Hyundai Genesis. I mean, if I had $1.2 million,
hey, she's a modest woman. A modest woman.
That's smart though. I mean, she, like a lot of people that win the lottery, like blow it all. There was a show on it. They like blow it all in like the first 6 months. This lady's smart.
Yeah.
Especially
She's not just smart. She's penis with her money.
Yeah, she's very penis with her money.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So,
can I tell you something about this?
Yes, please.
It's a little tiny story that my friend, I had like been buying him meals, and this was some years back. Like he was the dude who never had money, who mooched. So one day he decided to take me out for dinner to kind of square us up. A nice dinner. And we go to dinner, and he goes to pay, and he had told me while we were at dinner, hey dude, like $30,000 showed up in my B of A account.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I was like, what? And this is 100% true story. So he was like, yeah, man, it's been there for a couple days, like crazy. So he goes to pay for dinner, and his card declines. And he goes, rerun it. She got the penis eyes. I am going to work that into a song, FYI. But so it declines. He goes outside to call the bank. And what had happened is someone's refi had been put into his bank account. But then B of A, instead of just pulling it out, double pulled it out. So he was negative like $28,000 in his account.
Oh shit.
Double pulled it out.
And so
that's
double
a
pulled
penis.
out my penis.
So the moral of the story is, one, the banking system is fucked up. Two,
don't pull out.
She's smart by spending it immediately. Three, they will come after her.
Yeah, she moved the money to a different account, which was genius. And so when they tried,
if you found, like, now here's the question, which is no different than it being deposited in your account. Like if you were walking down the street and you found $20 on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And you picked up the $20, and you made like a decent effort to like, hey, is this your $20? Like you're walking down the street, like, hey, did you drop $20? No one claims it. then it's yours, right? So if it gets deposited, it's no different than her finding it on the ground, in my opinion.
No, in fact, it got handed to her on a platter. That's the bank's fuck up. I mean, and so anyhow, the finishing of that story is I had to pay for dinner again.
That was a penis move on that guy's part. He really
Dude, it was super. B of A was super penis in that moment.
But I want to say what this story really disproves a long-standing myth, in my opinion, which is the next time I play Monopoly and they say bank error in your favor and you like get some money, I think the way we should play that from now on, my suggestion is that the bank actually takes double that money from you. If it says bank error in your favor, get $50 and they take $100 from your stash.
Well, think about the guy who takes the money from my buddy, right? And accidentally deposits it in, then realizes it and then pulls it out twice just to make sure. And it's like,
always going to pull out to make sure.
Like, one, it shows that
I love that you went back to the joke a second time.
You can't not say it. Now
and I mean, and honestly, like they said it best, it's an inside job.
It's inside the prickly pear.
Whoa! What's all the sexual tension I'm feeling from you guys? It's making me feel a little bit awkward.
I think we started
all at the same time.
I was thinking about you masturbating earlier.
Yeah, I think starting the night talking about masturbating in the pre-show was it got us a little hot and bothered, and now we're drinking whiskey or prickly pear juice or whatever it is that Tony's got.
If it's free, it's for me.
We're trying to choose which of our three penises we're gonna keep. Welcome to the shit show.
Yeah. All right, we got to get moving on here. We got to get to the second worst of the week. So we're gonna watch a video for this one because it's not a fight this time. Every other time we have shown it. This man, he went digging in his backyard. He thought he found some treasure. Oh wait, I gotta do this again because I didn't tell it to share the audio. So let me redo that real quick so we can get the audio of his discovery.
What's up, Tim?
Here we go. Let's watch this real quick. Oh, it's a little too close. Here we go.
I was doing some gardening in my backyard today, and I uncovered some sort of crazy secret concrete.
I love this music.
Found a handle after digging for a while, and after digging for a bit more,
I think he's gonna find a penis.
Clean to the point where I could start to
A whole bag of penises.
When I tried, it was a little heavy. So then I brought in the big guns, and you'll never believe what I found. It was a septic tank.
What did he find?
His septic tank. He
Oh, he didn't even know he had a septic tank?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he thought he found buried treasure. He
found his own old shit.
Yeah. That's the winner so far.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
that's Hey guys. I found this hole in my house. And if you follow it, like there's this pipe and it goes into the walls. I think there's treasure in there. We should go on a hunt.
I mean, what's so amazing about these first two stories is like you got a woman who gets 1.2 million and then they arrest her for not turning it back over, which that's a queen level move, right?
And what was the chart? What did they even charge her with?
I don't. Let me see. Let me see what do you know what money they were supposed to give her? $82 was supposed to be the transfer, and she got 1.2 million.
That was a nice stimulus check.
And that's not even a decimal error. That's like a complete fuck up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look real quick.
Does she have to give back the Hyundai?
They charged her with theft. They gave her the money and they charged her with theft. I think that is fucked up. I am serious. That's
the bank's error. Like when I told that story, like they did nothing to correct my buddy's situation, and it took like another week before he had any money to spend. Because he would it's like obviously that's an error on their side. They put the wrong persons, and I feel bad for the guy that had his mortgage, but it's not my buddy's fault that money showed up and then it was taken. It's the banks, and there's no recourse. Down with the banks.
Anyway,
it's making me very penis right now.
Just post your bank account and I'll put a bunch of money into it. I promise.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
So let's get to our last, but I definitely feel like I should have led with this one now because it feels like the weakest story, and I'm ending with this one, so I kind of already know that it's out. So
My
you guys
guy
know
fell down and scraped his knee.
no, but you guys know that the last weekend Godzilla versus Kong came out, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
What did you think of it?
I mean, it's exactly what you think it is. It's
A big lizard and a
it's
big-
over the top CGI. Like you can get stoned and watch it and not have a problem, or like have a conversation with somebody and not miss anything. I mean, it was good.
Well, this is kind of a crossover of that story because what we have here tonight is a monkey named Godzilla who was fat shamed this past week for his enormous size.
Look at how big that monkey is.
He was fat shamed over the past week. In his
What do you
name
think
is-
he's thinking?
Wait, his belly looks like a face. Look at his belly. It looks like there's a permanent face on it.
Let's see. Oh, of course we got to see a goddamn ad. Oh, Jesus. Now I've fucked it up. Oh, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see any of that. Oh, yeah, here we
Oh,
go.
there we go. That's
But
all
look,
we
I
wanted to see.
I just wanted to see a picture. Yeah, here's our boy.
Kind of looks like me with my shirt off.
It does. You have the same skin tone too.
But his nipples look like eyes, and his belly.
Oh, look at him. I don't
He's
see a problem.
cute.
Oh, look at the poor guy. So I figured this guy belongs in the worst of the week because the internet shamed his owners and himself, and now Godzilla has to go on a diet. But he just looks so sad, and I felt, oh, he does not look happy. It's not. Is he smoking a cigarette here? Is that what's happening? I don't know. Kind of looks like he's smoking a cigarette. But so let's wrap this segment up. We have the $1.2 million bank error, and we have the shit treasure discoverer, the penis level move, and we have Godzilla the fat shamed monkey. Jeremy, what do you think is the worst of the week?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go with the 3 penises, but since you took that out of the equation, I'm definitely going with the shit finder.
Tony.
I say shit finder too, but I feel bad for the monkey. I don't feel bad that he's fat. I feel bad that people make him feel bad about being fat.
No,
Let him be.
He looks happy.
It's like you. We don't say anything about you. We just let you eat. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you go on a diet.
Oh my god.
That was very-
That's a very backhanded compliment that Tony paid himself and you. Oh, Joe says monkey. Oh, we got a dark horse for Godzilla the monkey here. So quickly, does anybody else have any votes in the chat? Do you take Godzilla the monkey? Do you take the $1.2 million bank error? Do you have the
Wait,
shit?
why
treasure?
don't I know about this?
What's
The
that?
kookaburra bird that was too fat to fly.
He sat on the old gum tree.
Sounds like a sad.
Mary King of the Bush was he.
That sounds like a sad poem I would write, to be honest. But
The kookaburra that was too fat to fly.
Jam my cigar into my microphone.
mm.
Yeah. So nobody else is commenting. I think we're going. With
I
the
think-
consensus, which
I
is
think-
shoebox.
No, I think Tony, you said monkey. Sharmer says monkey. That's 2-1. Uh-oh, ghost hand.
Wait, he didn't say monkey.
No, I
Ghost
said
hand.
shit finder. I agreed with
Oh,
Jeremy on
okay.
shit
Oh,
finder.
okay.
I said that I did like the monkey, but
All right. It
Yeah,
definitely looks the monkey. Joe is standing for the monkey. He feels
All right,
really
Joe.
bad.
I feel bad for him too. We'll both take a shot for this
let's
one.
do a shot for Godzilla, the fat monkey.
Doing
For
a
Fat
shot.
Monkey and the shit finder.
Here we go.
Shot number 3.
Oh, that prickly pear, so prickly. Such a prickly pear.
All right. Well, we are halfway through the show, and we are going to be getting into our main topic tonight. And
We're not doing fresh shit.
oh shit! I fucked up. I forgot
It's usually me that fucks up.
I know. Usually, you skip right to fresh shit. I almost
You're
forgot it.
welcome.
Let's hit it.
You're shitting in the street.
That's so epic. This is the greatest.
You shrunk
that's
it
the greatest
down.
bumper.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
trimmed
wow.
it.
Oh, you haven't seen that one yet. That was a like what?
Oh,
I
last
think
week
that-
or
yeah,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever
yeah.
it was. Well, nice. It's short and sweet. All right, Tony, what's your
Fresh
shit?
My fresh shit is. Have you seen the Optimus Prime thing that came out today?
No.
So I don't know if you remember as a kid.
Thank you, Ghost Hand.
I don't know if you remember. I'm trying to find it now again. Okay, I don't know if you remember as a kid, but the Transformers were like you really wanted them to like transform. It was like a big deal, right? You didn't have to do it yourself.
Dude, I had the Ghetto Blaster that turned in it was a real cassette player and it turned into a transformer. It was the most amazing thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. But you had to physically do it, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hasbro's coming out with a $700 Optimus Prime that has
I found it.
5,000 parts and 60
Hold on.
microchips in it. $700, and it does all of the Optimus Prime moves.
Is this it?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Dude, that is so fucking penis.
Oh, what the
I know,
fuck?
it's-
Oh
it's
my
teeny as
god.
fuck. But
That is
like
fucking crazy.
they couldn't have advanced this technology when we were kids. Like,
No.
how cool would that be?
No, but seriously,
That's
that's
like my
something that's something you put in your kid's room in the middle of the night, put a little light on it, hit go, and then you run. That's
also-
exactly what you do
Right,
with
but
that.
it's also app controlled, so you could like do it from you could like have it sleeping in your kid's bedroom and like
Oh
go
my God.
go on your phone and like activate Optimus Prime and make him like walk around the fucking house and shit. It's amazing.
That's fucking wild, dude. That is fucking wild.
Tony, will you buy me one?
Maybe.
Dude, I swear, like, if they had this as kids, though, we'd have broke it. Like, if I'd had it as a kid, I'd have probably broke it in 5
A
minutes.
kid that gets it now is going to break it. It's a 700 toy that's still going to break a week later.
I have a bonus for a shit too. real quick,
Okay. Okay.
After we're done with this.
All right, Jeremy, why don't you go? We pass to you.
So, for me, I really enjoyed. I watched the Night Stalker documentary
Oh,
finally.
it's so good. Remember I was telling you to watch
You
that.
did, and like I finally like sat down and watched it, and it's weird because like living in California, and I was a kid when it happened, and I vaguely remember it, but it was like my parents kind of sheltered me from what was going on in the world around. But I live in Mission Viejo, which was the last murder he did that got him caught.
Mm.
And so it was interesting to watch it. But it was a fascinating thing because like the dude is just
So did you
evil.
Did you watch also in addition to that, did you watch the hotel one yet?
Yeah. I watched the Cecil Hotel
Because that's
And
where
I-
he lived, right? He like they said he would like walk up the stairs in
naked
like,
in blood.
naked and covered in blood, and everybody's like, "That's cool."
But because there were
Whatever.
so many like meth heads and addicts there, like they didn't think anything of it. And that dude was hiding out for months, just like taking off his clothes and like leaving him outside and then coming upstairs. It was insane. I just like,
Yeah, that guy's was just pure evil.
yeah, just pure, like no motive, no nothing, just pure evil. And but so if you like watching stuff that like definitely questions your
True crime.
perception of morality or like that people are innately good, watch this one.
He's like, "It's off."
He's like, you dickholes. That was very penis
I
of
was just
you.
I was just such penises.
He's
That was our check-in with
He's so
Zach.
mad. He's so mad. He's gonna smoke a cigar.
for those just listening. Listen, for those. Jerry says Zach appeared to be taking.
Yeah, he's taking the French shit when we were talking about him.
Listen,
Oh my god, that's funny.
that
That was really funny.
I know. Listen. I was like, I saw him down there. I'm like, I gotta cut to him. I gotta do it. Like,
Nicely played. Nicely played.
for those of you just listening on the audio, Zach is hanging out in the green room because he's with us in the pre-show and stuff, and then in the after show, and he's just hanging out down there, just listening and not minding in the world. And then I would just cut to him by himself there.
But I like that he caught it real quick and was
He
just like,
did.
"You
He was ready.
motherfuckers."
I was hoping it was gonna be a little bit. Like I was hoping there was gonna be some silence there for a second, but he was quick.
Yeah, he's on
No,
Google. He was.
Yeah,
ready
he's
to
going
go.
like this right now.
Yeah, all right. I'm glad he's paying attention. That's what's important. Let's Tony has a bonus shit.
Yes.
Let's go to his bonus shit.
I got a bonus shit. I have.
All right, here we go. What is it?
So there's a new phone coming out that's premium. It's called the Oppo Find X3 Pro. And apparently they hired Hans Zimmer to make the ringtones. Now, Brandon, if you go down, if you have the audio on, it plays.
Hold on. I didn't know there was going to be audio.
Okay.
Let me get the audio on.
So while we're talking about it, I'm going to talk about it. Like this is this is what I want my phone, and it's something that Apple should have done, like hired Hans Zimmer to make ringtones. But the ringtones like make you, it's so the feeling is insane when you listen to these.
Okay, I want everybody to prepare themselves. Everybody clench your butt cheeks. Everybody,
Grab
Zach, you better be paying attention.
I'm
your
ready.
penis,
Here we
grab your
go.
penis.
This ringtone is called Penis Level 1. Let's listen.
Oh,
How good of a ringtone is that?
you know, maybe we've entered into a new era because I want to hear Danny Elfman's version of a ringtone.
That'd be like, you know who would do that? Would be like
Danny Elfman.
Jeremy, stop.
no, the phone company. It'd be like Metro PCS. God.
Danny Elfman, it's like boom, boom, boo-doo-doo, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boo-doo-doo. This is your call. This is your call. Boom, 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 boom. Like it'd be really amazing.
I gotta say, I think it's a beautiful little 20-second piece of music, but I think it's shit for a ringtone.
Yeah. Do you know what it makes me think of? That's the music that plays in a wet dream.
That's what you hear after you come in a wet dream?
No, like building. Yeah, man, it's always very romantic and like passionate.
That's interesting. We should have an episode where we talk about our most memorable wet dreams because that's interesting. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
The chat.
Stranglehold. That also plays in my wet
strong.
dream.
Oh my God. Well, Tony, that was amazing. I think that we should let's play that one more time and let's do a shot to Hans Zimmer's.
Well, to play the alarm, there's the alarm and the ringtone.
Oh.
So let's get it all in there.
Oh, I didn't know there was more. There's a text tone, notification
you
sound.
You completely canceled my whole story.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Here, let's listen to the alarm. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Those really, really penis.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be late for work.
That's the most lulling sound.
I'll
That
be fucking
one-
late to work. I will be late. That's my alarm.
Do, do, do.
My alarm's the submarine thing, like the
Dive,
Yeah.
dive.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like if they wanted to have effective alarms and ringtones, it should be like like something like that. Because if you're like walking on the street, it's like And you're like, shit, okay, let me pick it up. Like,
You should pitch that to Apple. Like,
No,
you should
I've
seriously
just
send a pitch
decided,
video to
listen,
Apple.
we're gonna release 4 shots ringtones now. We're gonna release 4 shots ringtones and text tones. We're gonna do it. They're gonna be available to patrons. We're gonna put it on for the patrons. You can have Jeremy going.
No, that's too high. That sounds like a moose dying. Mine is like a. It's a little more like aggressive. Yours is like, the moose has a knife in its side.
Oh, it's dying slowly. What's the notification sound?
That's a good one.
How much do you think he got paid for that? Like a mill? You got a cool mill?
$7.
Jeremy and Tony created multiple theme songs for this show, and we did that for nothing. And you think got a cool mill for? Yeah, cool mill. That's the sound of $1 million going into his bank account from that lady's bank account that they accidentally put in hers.
Oh, and you can watch a documentary on.
And then you got Fat Godzilla over there going.
That was perfect timing, by the way. The text tone. I can't believe. If I was Hans Zimmer and you called me up and you're like, we just want to make you a text tone, I'd probably sit there and be like, the fuck is my life?
My name is Hans Zimmer, and I'm going to make you the most beautiful sounding phone noise you ever heard. Do-do-do. You're welcome.
Yeah. Marxist, you're not keeping up? You got to keep up, buddy. Not we're leaving you behind. So let's do a shot. This will be our 4th shot, our eponymous 4th shot. And then we're going to get into, man, we are already at minute 42. We are really cranking it out tonight. Time is just flying because we have missed everybody. And then we will talk a little talk here. Here we go.
Talk a little talk.
Shot number 4.
Look, this is one of my favorite things to do. I'll do this shot in a second. This is my witch's brew shot.
Okay. Jeremy is blowing smoke into. Oh. I'm not drinking one of our sponsors tonight, but Tony, I've been drinking this Piggyback Whistle Pig 6-year rye.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like a little bit of their like cheaper Whistle Pig option. Got it down at DD's. Let me tell you, it is good.
It is DD
Well,
delicious.
you think it's cheaper, but the bottle's smaller.
What do you mean?
It's a 500 milliliter bottle. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's 750, bro.
Is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
7. Yeah.
Maybe they do a 500 mil, and I had one. I thought they were trying to get one over. I'm just trying to save you.
Well, for everybody who has joined us here tonight. Oh, hey Zach, what are you doing? Oh, there's Tony. What happened? Who tried to?
I was trying to get him on again.
Oh, Tony, you don't have my producer skills.
I don't have the
man.
producer skills, but he.
So that we named, even though we started off talking about masturbation, and we got to oversized monkeys, and then we have even product placed Hans Zimmer ringtones. We have talked about so many other companies, other owners of brands, other people who make cool shit, but we have been really bad about talking about ourselves. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about themselves, Tony and Jeremy, who make a lot of cool shit, are involved with a lot of cool stuff. But when we were having a little meeting last week, we're like, man, we're kind of shitty about talking about what it is we do. And if people only know Tony and Jeremy through this show, they may not have any idea what you guys are about.
That we're fancy.
Yeah, very fancy.
We fancy.
So we wanted to throw some questions at Tony and Jeremy, and you guys are free to throw extra questions in the chat. If you have some penis level questions, please don't hesitate to show your penis in the chat. And we're going to dive into a few questions here before we wrap the show. Tony, Jeremy, you guys have obviously worked, have been involved in lots of brands, lots of products. You guys have worked at different levels. But I would like to know, we'll start with Jeremy. because I
Okay.
probably don't know his more than I don't know Tony's. What was your first or earliest experience that you had like representing a company in any kind of direct way? Not just like working a summer job, but like you were representing a company or a brand in some official way.
I thought you were going to ask me about a Hoover vacuum cleaner. I'm sorry.
If I was a better writer, I would have thought that.
My first experience outside of like retail working for a company was with Christian Aroa when he started up CLE.
Oh, I did not know that.
So I represented CLE, Asylum.
Did they pull you right out of the cigar store? Was that
Yes.
how you, okay.
Yeah. So I had, I went straight from there to working with them, which is actually how I met Robert.
Right.
When he launched the Winwood brand, I was the West Coast. I live in California. I was the West Coast sales rep, and the cigar nerd in me was very excited about the Winwood project. Sorry,
Are you okay? I'm already boring you. That's
Can you
crazy.
scratch your throat?
I'm like, and then I went and worked with Robert, and it was delightful.
That sounds very painful, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It didn't come out. I'm not good like with voices. They come out naturally the way they do, not how I want them to come out. But yeah, it was like Rob and I became very good friends because we traveled a lot together. We were building his brand. And at that point in time is when I had met Tony through Robert. And when he parted ways, then I did have a penis in my throat.
Penis got your tongue?
Jacqueline
Yes.
wants to know, Jeremy. Jeremy sang "Bad Company," but what's your favorite karaoke song? It's important.
Okay, so my favorite karaoke song is Meatloaf. I will do anything for love, but I will not do that. Because there's a point in the song, in the unedited version, where I get to grab a female and bring her up on stage and make her a part of it. The amazing part about it is typically when you're doing karaoke, the only people that know the female part of that tend to be 50 years up. So it's always a very interesting experience to do a duet with a random 60-year-old in a bar. The rad thing is I have sang that song, I don't know, X amount of times. We all have our go-tos. I have had on 3 different occasions bras thrown at me performing that song.
You're bringing back strong memories for those ladies. You know, they just it's like a what is that that reaction? It's Pavlovian. They hear
Yes.
that song, the bras come
Bra
off.
come off. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm happy to give them the rock ballet that they want to hear.
Sean
And
has a good question for you. Yep. Thanks, Brandon. Look at you. You're on top of it, Brandon.
Nice.
This is a refresher week.
So I'll answer it pre-COVID, and then I'll answer it
Well,
COVID.
the question is for people listening is Joe Sherman wants to know what Jeremy's day-to-day is like.
So I wake up around 8, but I'm 3 hours behind the East Coast, which our company is based. So my day starts later, but goes later because the office shuts down 5 or 6, and I'm still kind of working. So my average day, I call myself like a firefighter. And funny that because the majority of my job is to get up, answer emails, put out fires, whether it's customer complaints, something
Jeremy
within.
Stark, you put him out. It seems.
Would you hose down me down in holy water if you get nicely done, my friend? Little Meatloaf throw there. So a lot of what I do is obviously like I have to be concerned with our individual sales and the sales of the overall company on a national scale. Plus I deal with some international markets. It's a lot of boring stuff. This past year, I've spent the majority of my day is on Zooms or phone calls. Prior to COVID, I worked with our reps on a regular basis, and looks like we're getting back to kind of some sense of normalcy here soon. So like being back on the road will definitely be part of my day-to-day as that comes back. But I've enjoyed the hiatus. I have. It's been pretty rad, actually, because like I have 2 kids and I've gotten to be much more present with them.
Oh yeah, Tommy's a firefighter.
Yeah. But Tony, let's ask you. This my daughter is sending me TikToks while we're on the show here. I don't know what's happening. I lost my page. Tony, let's ask you the same question though. What was the first time you had an experience like you were representing a company? Maybe one that wasn't owned by your family, like maybe somebody else's company, because I'm sure being your family has businesses and has for a long time, you probably had experiences with that, but maybe not one of those.
Well, I was a wine rep for a while. I had 3 jobs at one point. I ran the store. Well, I have more than 3 jobs now, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I at that time I had 3 jobs. I worked at my dad's store in what was like the Austintown Plaza. It was a little like sold porn and like stuff like that.
Is it penis porn?
Penis porn. My dad used to get this. It was like a steam sheet, he called it, and it was like the
steam sheet. We need a segment called Steam Sheet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it was like the odds for the football games.
Oh fuck. He's in the chat. He found his way into the chat. I don't know how he did it, but he found it.
Oh man, we haven't had you on the show yet.
I'm surprised.
We're trying to build our audience. He's commented before.
I know, but it's been a while since he's been on.
So Robert Caldwell's question to us is, how come you bitches have never had me on the show? Hey, dude.
Actually, we have an answer for that.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to. No, we've had people on here who don't drink.
That's true. We have.
We were trying to build something independently of being perceived as being exclusively towards our brands.
And we're just trying to make you proud.
Right. And Dad, now you're mad at us because you don't like that we haven't had you on the show. No, but seriously, we tried to build something, and then we actually talked about this past week, that like we have not shared ourselves on this show because it's been whoever the guest is, it's entirely focused on them. But we are manufacturers, like we are brands, and we were trying to do it like to create a separation so that people would not think.
But listen, Robert, we do have him on the show, guys. We have Robert on the show every week. Remember, here it is.
Shot number 4.
He is
It's time for
a shot.
I guess we have to do another shot then.
See, Robert,
if he's around next week, or the next time we do the show, because are we doing one?
Yeah, well, I think so. But I mean, like, fine, Rob, you win.
Guess he's clawed his way into the show.
To Rob.
Yeah, we have that. I love that shot. We get Gino and we get Rob in the same shot. It's just fantastic. It's just like what I want to see.
That's epic. Yeah, but it's funny that Zach and Robert are like down the street from one another, and Rob's on his hotel terrace in Tucson about to go eat with Anthony Florian, Mike Toyful.
Look at that. I'm Macarena like a mofo. All right.
Rob,
this is perfect.
Wait, Gino thinks I'm totally full of shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking. Dude, I think in your defense, Robert, Gino thinks most people are full of shit.
Oh, this is good.
That is good. That's good.
We were saving you for when we needed to fill in.
We were waiting for the right moment. You're like the what's the dude's name on Jimmy Kimmel that never lets him on?
Matt Damon. Yeah.
You're the Matt Damon of 4 shots.
We're always so even
if we have you on next week, you probably wouldn't be on because we would run out of time.
Wait, weren't we going to do that for the season 3 premiere? We were going to say having special guest Robert Caldwell, and then not
We talked about it.
talked about that.
And
yeah.
then we were going to do, we talked about doing it every episode, but then never actually telling Robert, and just every week having him not show up.
I just
We
want to
did.
put it in the special brackets, like with Robert Caldwell every episode. Never.
Guys, next week, special guest Robert Caldwell, come back. It's going to be amazing.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Let's go. I want to get. There's some questions here that I'm actually really interested in. Tony, you've been hosting the show.
I was a wine rep. That
Yeah.
was the answer to that question. I was a wine rep.
Right. Oh, fuck that. The rest of your answer doesn't matter. Let's get to the next question. What I want to know is, we've been doing this show for a year. There are some things that you do that you have never even mentioned the words of. So what are some of the different things, Tony? You've talked about Youngstown Coffee. Obviously, we know about Havana House and La Barba, but what are some other things that you represent, that you created, that you've never even mentioned on the show?
Well, Lost and Found obviously is one of them. And then I also import a 5.7. I also import a.
I don't know what this is.
I also import a Spanish cava from Spain, and we sell it. I'm a partner in a brand called Viva La Vida Cava. So yeah, I do that. It's a Spanish sparkling rosé made in traditional champagne method, which is exactly how they make champagne in France. Only they make it in Spain, so it can't be called.
All right.
For those of you listening and aren't watching this show, Caldwell is just really ripping in the comments tonight. My girl calls Tony El Ananito.
It means the dwarf. It means the dwarf.
Right, Rob.
Dude, I was walking into Total Wine with them, and Robert's wife is, I think, 5'11" or almost 6 feet, and Rob's 6'7". And it was like I wanted them to like hold my hands and swing me like I was a little.
Okay, I remember Rob did an interview at the trade show, and like Tony sat in front of him, and then when it was Tony's turn to talk, Rob just went like this and lifted up Tony so that he met the level of the camera, and then he like put him back down, and then they asked Tony a question again, and he like brought him back up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we also did one. We did a half wheel interview where it was just me from here up, standing like next to Rob, and then put my eyebrows up so you can only see my eyebrows. And it was just on Rob's face, and it was like, Tony, tell us about La Barba cigars. And I was like, oh, we got the new one coming out, La Barba Ricochet, San Andres wrapper, but you can only see my eyebrows going up and down and just Rob's face.
I love that. Jacqueline, whatever that video is, I can't find it in the comments. Can you please just DM me that video, whatever it is? I'm going to play
The Poopy Pants video?
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but Jacqueline, you need to send it to my messenger because I can't find it.
I don't know what Poopy Pants that video has to do with tonight.
I'll play it on the show. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's an amazing
she deleted
weird video.
Okay. No wonder I can't find it.
I might have it. Let me see if I can email it to you. But anyway, ask me questions.
Okay, Jeremy, I have a question for you. Your path, like your experience and like how you got to the level of job, like being a national sales manager for like a brand, has been a little different than Tony's. So like, who were your big influences or experiences that like you feel kind of prepared you for that position to be like the head of a national, sales team?
I mean, honestly, nothing. Like, no. I mean, I'm dead serious. Like, okay, I'm going to give you.
You just made your own way. You just blazed your own trail.
Look, Rob asked me to be a part of this, and then Rob said, "Do you want to be the national sales manager?" And I said, "That sounds cool. Yes." And then it happened at Soho House. And Rob, correct me if I'm wrong if you're still here, but that's almost verbatim how it happened. And then the rest of it, I had to figure out actually what it meant to be a national sales manager. I agreed to something like with a fancy title because we were friends and he was taking care of me. You know what I mean? He was like, like, hey, go on this ride with me. And I was like, that's rad. But like, I didn't actually really know what it was. And I had to kind of figure it out. And I've gleaned a lot of like information from like other relationships in the industry. Robert Wright is one of the dudes that used to be a national sales manager with CLE, and he worked with Camacho and all that kind of stuff. And I have mentors in this industry, but it really was like Rob's like, you want this fancy tire? Yeah, exactly. Here's a business card. Figure it out. That is a totally true statement. And like, I had to figure it out. I was not equipped for this job. 100% I was not equipped for it. But I think that like I have found a groove and like helped build a company. But no, there was no preparation, man. It was literally Rob just being a bro saying, you want to be the national sales manager. Like, I wasn't qualified.
Did you find it?
Wait, I don't know what's happening right now.
Okay, yeah, this is it.
Oh God, what are we?
I made this on iMovie.
I can't describe what is happening to people on the podcast. If you're listening to this, you need to just go find the video stream on Facebook or on YouTube.
Why are we watching this tonight?
I don't know, because Jacqueline said, I
made this on the way home from the
I'm scared. Hell is real. I'm scared. Oh God. Oh my God. I'm scared.
That was very.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. That was the first year La Barba came out, actually, when I first went on the road.
Hey, Brandon, isn't it kind of amazing though? And this is a testament, I think, to Down and Back as a whole.
Yeah.
You asked me a question. I gave you a real answer. These guys are probably like, did he go to school? Did he do this? And it was literally like, no, my friend said, do you want to just be the national sales manager? Mm-hmm. I'll put it on a business card. And I figured it out. And that is the entire ethos of how Down and Back has been built, is figure the shit out as we go. And some of it has worked super well for us, and some of it has not.
Yeah, we've all
evolved. We figured out what we need to do.
Robert's sister Margaret has a nickname for me too, and that's another funny story because I pooped in the bed once.
Shardy Party Teeny Tiny Tony Bun Bun.
Yes.
Although Bun Bun is specific to anybody she's referring to.
What does Bun Bun mean?
She calls everybody Bun. She's like, oh, hey, Bun, what's up?
Tony, let me ask you a question here. I've got two more questions for each of you, and then we'll try to wind this down. For those of you who are our Patreon subscribers, I'm getting ready to send out the after show link, and thing is all ready pretty crazy. So it should be a fun time in the after show. But let me ask two more questions here real quick. Tony, in creating your own brand or products, like as you like decided I want to make a wine or I want to make a cigar, who are some of your biggest influences that you kind of modeled yourself after? Like, can you think of people who you were like, I kind of want to be like this, like, or I kind of like, that's a person that I want to kind of not imitate, but I respect, I like their game. I like what they do. And I want to kind of model myself like that. Like
the way you dress. Is
you know, like how many bracelets I want to wear, how many buttons I want to have down on my shirt, you know, those kinds of things.
Well, I've been unbuttoned since like 87 because I'm Italian and I'm from Youngstown. So that's
got to be a t-shirt, unbuttoned since 87.
That was happenstance.
I don't know if you were wearing unbuttoned things when you were wearing your Dave Matthews hoodie.
I wear my Dave. It's like jammies.
Or it's a night out at the bar in Ohio.
Yeah, that's dressing up in Ohio. But to answer your question, like obviously for cigars, it was when I had the idea to do it, but like the inspiration and like my mentor in that is Robert Caldwell. But
he's getting a lot of love tonight. I don't know if I like this.
I don't like it either.
It's funny
know,
that
like-
he's here though, because it's like the only time we're talking about ourselves. But I mean, like, look, in all honesty, a lot of where we are and where we've come as a company, like, have been influenced and like opportunities through the relationships with Rob, and like that's just the reality, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, in the way that the cigar thing grew up for me was when I saw what Rob had going on with the art and like his blending style and his palette, and that's how it kind of like I fell into that. The wine stuff would be Hunter Vogel, who I don't know if Jeremy's met, but I know Brandon.
I have not met Hunter.
Hunter's an awesome dude.
He owns a company called Treasure Hunter Wines, and when I was like, after I went to school, like graduated from wine school, like I was 22 and broke as fuck, and I met him at a wine dinner that I was going to. Everybody, you know, is always in suits and all this stuff, and I'm like this 20-year-old kid that has no fucking idea what's going on. And I guess that's kind of what happened with Rob too, you know. Like I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, and both of these guys were like the guys I could sit down and like.
Robert, Robbie, I was gonna say this, but he stole my thunder.
Yeah,
it's true.
it was a Negocion cigar idea. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the idea that when Rob and I sat down to talk about Lost and Found, that was like I was like, well, Hunter's doing this, and like you're now finding all this shit in all these factories. Like, why don't we just copy the fucking business model? And that's what we did, because that's what Hunter does. He takes super high end wines when they have extra. And this is in a nutshell, but like a winery like Camus, for example, limits the amount of cigar or wines that come out for the year, but they may have more wine than that. And they usually send it to the Central Coast for like $2 chuck or whatever. And Hunter, instead of offering them pennies on the dollar, offered them quarters and made it a single release. So instead of it being blended up with a bunch of junk wine, he just kept that same specific juice, basically signed an NDA and re-released it under a different name. And he was kind of like, you know, this may or may not be this wine to me when I was trying to learn about wines that I couldn't afford. Right.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the thing that Hunter and I had. And then Hunter was there for the inception of La Barba. He came down to Wynwood with me for the first time or the second time to meet Robbie, and Jacqueline was there, and Craig came down, and we initially started our like blending process together at the Wynwood Cigar Factory. So like those two guys are definitely my mentors in the two businesses that I'm in. The coffee one is like basically just been my dad, because I don't really know that many people that roast coffee, but I always found it interesting, so I fell in love with that portion.
I mean, if I may say this, like the whole entire ethos, like every company has like a slogan, right? And like the slogan from the get-go, and I think it's no truer than like, I mean, is that like it was like friends working with friends, right? So like opportunities have come about because we work together and because we're open to new explorations, right?
Yeah.
Like I was a good salesperson. I had a lot of years of sales, whether it's in cigars, like high-end grocery, whatever you want to pick.
I mean, Jeremy, combined, you and I have 40 years in cigars.
Right.
Something like that.
So the thing is like, we're not novices here. We may have come out of the like gate looking like a bunch of like idiots with my shirt being ripped off and, you know, Tony like hobbling around because he's 5'7".
Hobbling
like,
around?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just scooting like Snoopy.
Oh, I scoot.
Like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
But the reality is it like, I think the reason our company has worked is because we actually are genuinely friends. Like we hang out with each other. And when we hang out with each other, we might talk shop, but it's actually just hanging out like as a friend. We go through life with each other. And like, I think that is a testament to the fact that like our company probably shouldn't have worked, but it does because like it's who we are.
Well, there's
right?
plenty of times where I think it's not going to work. And
right.
I think, and to add to your comment, I think that we like staying ambitious and staying creative is has kind of been a testament to, like, if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to do this thing, like, we could tell us a completely different story than most entrepreneurs. And it was, we started as friends, and we all kept each other's creativity in mind, and we kept it. It wasn't like, no, that's so stupid, I don't even want to talk about it. It was like, oh, maybe he's got a good idea, or maybe he's onto something. And everybody was always able to talk, and everybody was always able to be open about things. And yeah, we bust each other's balls all the time. That's the fun part about it.
Right.
And that's kind of like from the beginning of everything, that's kind of how it's been, is just playing off of each other's strengths and it bringing everybody's weaknesses up.
Yeah. I mean, like, if there's one praise I'll give Rob, is that he knows how to assemble a badass team.
That's a good,
because like the thing is he brings people in that know how to like play in the like park with each other in the sandbox.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, Tony and I's relationship went from being like buds to like best buds, only because of the situation that we were working with like within the company. And so like outside of the company, we have friendships. I mean, I wonder how many friends certain people in this industry actually have that are authentic, that are not, or consumers that just want to smoke their product, but like we're like genuinely a group of dudes. And Jacqueline's part of that mix because like she was there since day one, that it's like, it's a group of friends that had a common goal of like, let's show these people we can do it when they don't think we can. And I think that's been the enjoyment of like Down and Back and Caldwell Cigars when we had Room 101 cigars aboard, and Tony with La Barba, is that it's like we're all just friends, and like regardless of our brands, we're just friends. And like I think that has a much more sustainable like future for a company than people that are just have roles that's all they attend to.
Right. You know? And nobody in our little like family of brands, or I don't know. We call it a company all the time, but it's not really a fucking company. But it's
a penis.
It's a penis.
Tony and Jeremy, stop messing around. It's time for you both to take a shot.
Eric Roberts, Oscar award-winning actor, watches our show every week.
I guess
he jumps in when it's time. He jumps in when he decides it's time for us to stop messing around.
You know what though? But he always says the same shit. It kind of annoys me. Like, come on, man, you're an actor.
Jeremy, please don't make me spend another $200 getting him to say something.
I don't want to even think about what you said.
Shot number 5.
Joe Schwarmer said it best.
The relationships means more. All right. Well, we're in.
Four shots exist though. Like I just want to say that I know you're closing this out, and you should. But Joe, you're right. This is why we're doing 4 shots. This is why we do Down and Back. We do Caldwell Cigars. We do La Barba. Is because it's literally just about the relationships with people. Well, it's a cigar. Yeah, who fucking cares at the end of the day?
Yeah, fuck cigars, fuck wine, fuck coffee.
Fuck it.
I love
seriously, but literally, fuck it all. Fuck the business behind it. Let's just enjoy it and have fun while we're doing it.
Well, I'm gonna ask one more question to both of you, and then we're gonna go into after hours. So before I ask it, real quick,
yes, sometimes, but only because he's cute.
Right now, I am sending out the stream link to all of our patrons. So patrons, if you are joining us in the after show, I have now sent you the link. And if for whatever reason, because one person did say one time that they did not get it, if you do not get it, just text me over Facebook Messenger and I will get it to you if for some reason it did not come to you. Anyway, my last question, we'll start with Tony. This was going to be a whole topic one night, so I like that I've been able to sneak it in at least as a question to end tonight. But what is something that you went to create as an entrepreneur or just as a creative force in maybe someone else's company or whatever, but it was your idea that just didn't work? Because we see the products that you've made that have made it to the shelf. They're at the cigar stores, on the wine stores. But what's one time that you went after it and it just fucking didn't work? It didn't happen, didn't catch.
Oh man, for me, there's a couple things. One, there was a beer called Paul Mia, and it might still exist, but they wanted me to.
What was it called?
Paul Mia, Palmia, and it was a Spanish. They called it a clara, which is like it's basically like a beer mixed with a lemonade. So in Spain, on the beach, they mix beer with lemonade. It's like a.
Oh shit! I remember the branding for this. Holy fuck!
Yeah, remember I showed you the deck?
Yes,
and everything?
I fucking remember. I totally forgot about it though.
Oh, fuck Caldwell. Fuck Caldwell. Yes, La Barba is one that I completely failed on.
I did not think he was still on the line.
That's so good. But yeah, Paul Mia was a Spanish beer that was mixed with lemonade, and it was super good. And I still think the concept is there, and I think the concept is great. But that was one that just never.
If White Claw can work, then that can work.
Yeah, and it was like a 4% beer, kind of porch pounder kind of thing, but that I fucked up on. It never came off the ground. I think it was bad management or something. And then there was a seltzer company like 7 years ago that I passed on. I was like, this stuff is stupid. No way. And then White Claw, and I was like, motherfucker. But hindsight's 20/20. I mean, you can always say that. I mean, about any brand exercise that drive-by dating.
All right, see you, Caldwell.
Later, Rob.
We'll have
Rob.
you on next week. We'll see you next week.
Next week.
Tony, can I ask you about that one cigar line, or is that top secret? Should I not bring that up?
Which one?
Bricks.
Oh, that. Who's
is that someone? I just sent the
you.
link in.
Okay.
Oh God, it's Marxist. He's already here. He's the first one in.
No, I mean we were the Bricks thing. We were going to do a sweet cap cigar, and it's like where everybody was scared about flavored cigars and what was going to happen with the sugar cap stuff, and it's not off the table, but it's like way on the back burner just because like FDA could come tomorrow and be like, fuck you, you're not using vegetable based glue. The brand's over. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, the branding on that was awesome. I remember seeing the branding on that.
Yeah.
Jeremy, same question for you. It doesn't have to be related to the cigar industry. It could be any creative endeavor. But what's something that you went for it or you tried it and it just didn't pan out?
So when I from 18 to 20, I spent my life on the road in a band in a bus. A van, not a bus, a van.
Like a Volkswagen van kind of thing?
It's basically an Astro van type.
Did you have the captain's seats?
Yeah. But we tried to make it. And the funny thing is we got signed on to a label. And then 2 months later, that label got purchased by another label. And then that division of it, all major labels have 1,000 different arms with other labels that they'll sign particular styles. Maybe it's the metal division in this, but there's only 5 major labels in the world, right? And then they have a million different offshoots. So we got signed and then we got dropped because we actually were not that good. But I went for it, I did the road time. And then after that, music just became something that I love, that I didn't care about what it gave me. Mm-hmm. Success wise, it was just something that I do and have continued to do forever and will continue to do forever. So I don't consider it a failure because that band never would have gone anywhere anyways. Yeah. But we went for it, went for it. We're going full time on the road. We're going to do it. We're giving up our jobs, which were working at Dairy Queen at the time, we went for it. But so actually to me, it's at the end of that whole experience, it solidified my love for playing music. So I don't actually look at it as a negative. It's just it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then never since then have I ever sent a press kit out to a label or anything. I've never tried to go beyond just like we play shows, we enjoy ourselves. Whoever wants to listen can listen. Whoever doesn't, cool. So, but it is the one thing that I tried and then didn't like, you know, it didn't.
Well, I think that was an important. I wanted to end on that question because I don't want anybody who listens to our show or watches us live think that like we're only going to show you the like shiny image. Like we all have tried things that have fallen on its face, that's failed. I mean, I'm a fucking poet for God's sake, so like my whole life is a failure in that regard. And and so the point I'm trying to make is that like even people with their own cigar brands, even people who are the national sales manager for a large brand of cigars, have had failures, have had things that weren't as penis as, you know, maybe other penis ideas.
Right.
So let's end the show on that note. Tony, we want to thank everybody for watching live, for listening us on the restream, for sharing the show, telling people, hey, lie to your friends about the show. Whatever they like, lie to them. Tell them that Four Shots is about that. See if they'll at least download it once. Maybe they'll think we're funny.
You like house cats? Our show's about house cats.
That's about house cats. Lie to your friends. Tell them, and then, hey, you tell us you lied for us. Hey, that we're gonna think of you as like a real mensch. So, other than that, Tony, where can people find you and all of your amazing bouquet of brands and products online?
Bouquet. Well, you know, check out our Patreon. You know, you can check out our Patreon.
Throw that up one more time.
That's something really cool that we got going on that you guys can join and get really cool shit. So patreon.com/4shots, at Bellotto on Instagram and Facebook. Check out La Barba Cigars, Viva La Vida Cava, Youngstown Coffee Company, Lost and Found Cigars. Oh, he just gave the fuck you. Really, cut it out. Yeah, but check it out. Check it out. If you guys have any questions about anything, send me a message because I answer every one of them.
And
Jay
if you want to
Rami.
find me, just go to the California Hillbilly on Instagram. That's it. We love you. Bye.
Awesome. Yes. And if this has never happened yet, but I would really love it. If you see a story that you think would make a funny worst of the week, I have my own particular method of finding these stories and collecting them so that I have them ready before the night. But if you come across a story and you're like, this would make a great worst of the week, please send it to 4shotshow@gmail.com and we will shout you out and talk your story on the show next week. So that we look forward to people sending in those. Other than that, we will see you here hopefully next Tuesday with Robert Caldwell as our special guest. That's what we hope for.
Yeah.
I was hoping. I didn't know if Jeremy was going to say one more thing.
No, hit end.
All right.